Good evening, everyone. I'm Susie Suh, in tonight for Lena Nguyen. A gunman opened fire today in a baggage claim area of the Fort Lauderdale airport in Florida, killing 5 and wounding 8 more. Tonight, KCAL 9's Tom Waite is live in our newsroom with the latest on today's deadly shooting. Tom.
Hi there, Susie. Yes, some very graphic images tonight. The accused gunman is in custody and is being interviewed by local and federal agents. But the big question tonight is motive. The FBI has not ruled out terrorism, but new information suggests the gunman may have been mentally unstable.
Stop firing these deputies downstairs.
Cell phone video shows the baggage claim section in Terminal 2 of the Fort Lauderdale airport in the seconds after a gunman sprayed the area with gunfire at random.
Paramedics, lower level inside. We have a subject with gunshot to the head.
Outside the terminal, a bloody scene as paramedics worked to save the injured. There was chaos and pandemonium in other parts of the airport as passengers scrambled to escape the bloodshed. At least one witness says the gunman kept shooting until he ran out of bullets without saying a word. Once he was out of ammunition, the shooter laid down. Police arrested him.
Everybody took off and they said
a shooter.
He, like I say, just came to the door, did not yell, did not scream, just started shooting. We thought at first it was firecrackers. Then we realized it was gunshots, and by that time people were yelling and screaming and frantically trying to get out of any door that they could, or hide under chairs, hide behind their luggage, or anything else to get out of the line of fire.
I heard a lady yell for help, and then I just saw people running, and I just ran.
Authorities identify the gunman as 26-year-old Esteban Santiago from Anchorage, Alaska, which is where his flight originated. During one of the legs inbound to Fort Lauderdale, CBS News sources say Santiago got into an argument before landing. The AP reports Santiago is an Army veteran and served in Iraq with the National Guard. He was demoted and discharged last year. In November, Santiago reportedly walked into the FBI office in Anchorage and told agents he thought the government was controlling his mind and forcing him to watch ISIS videos.
He clearly stated that he did not intend to harm anyone. However, his erratic behavior concerned FBI agents that were interviewing him, and they contacted local police.
Santiago was eventually released. A neighbor where Santiago lived in Anchorage says he showed no obvious signs of trouble.
Nice. He was always pleasant and didn't show any signs of no threats, or just always pleasant. His kids play with my nieces and nephews sometime. My brother talked to him.
In the aftermath of the shooting, Florida's governor says he did not reach out to President Obama, instead calling President-elect Trump's team.
I have a personal relationship with Vice President Pence and President-elect Trump, and I reached out.
Tonight in Fort Lauderdale, friends and family of the wounded are trying to find their loved ones. This woman says her friend is being treated at a local hospital.
She saw a lot of people, just chaos, running in one direction, and she was forced to come out of the wheelchair and try to run.
And this is video just a short time ago taken from Fort Lauderdale's airport. What a mess there. Many of the passengers were trapped on the tarmac, trapped on airplanes and in the terminal, and just being flushed out because the airport is not scheduled to reopen until 5 a.m. Eastern time. So just imagine how much trouble that is causing. And meanwhile, the FBI says agents are spread across the country in several cities serving search warrants as this investigation is not even a day old. Susie, back to you in the studio.